Stop planting your tomatoes upright. I mean it. You are throwing away half your harvest, and I can prove it. I grew tomatoes for 3 years and never got more than a handful of cracked, undersized fruit per plant. I did everything the internet told me. Dug a hole, dropped the seedling straight in, dumped raw coffee grounds around the base. 3 years in a row, the same disappointing results. Then I watched my 71-year-old neighbor do something that changed everything. She laid her tomato seedlings on their sides. But here's the thing. One of those kitchen ingredients most gardeners swear by can actually kill your seedlings. More on that in a minute. Today I'm going to show you 3 things. First, the root factory. Why burying tomato stems sideways creates 2 to 3 times more roots. The actual science behind it. Second, the $0 kitchen stack. 3 ingredients from your kitchen that replace $40 of commercial fertilizer. And third, 3 deadly mistakes, including the one that kills more tomato seedlings than frost. Let us start with the part that changed everything for me. Here is what nobody tells you about tomato stems. They are root factories. Every tomato stem contains cells called parenchyma cells. When these cells come in contact with moist soil, they do something remarkable. They transform into root tissue. Every single node on a buried stem can sprout new roots. Penn State Extension confirmed this. It is not a hack, it is not a trick, it is basic plant biology that the Solanaceae family has been doing for millions of years. Think of it like this. Every inch of buried stem is a sleeping root, waiting for permission to wake up. My grandmother understood this instinctively. She never planted a tomato upright in her life. She would dig a trench about 8 inches deep, strip the lower leaves, lay the seedling almost flat, and bend the top gently upward. She called it giving the plant a bed, not a grave. When I asked her why she planted them sideways, she said something I will never forget. A tomato wants to crawl before it climbs. Let it. She never bought a single bag of fertilizer, not once in 40 years. So here is exactly how to do it. Grab a pen if you need to. Step 1. Dig a shallow trench about 8 inches deep and as long as your seedling. Step 2. Strip the lower leaves. Leave only the top 3 or 4 sets. Step 3. Lay the seedling on its side in the trench, almost flat. Step 4. Gently bend the top upward. Do not force it. Step 5. Cover the stem with soil and water deeply. Here's the part that surprises people. Within 24 to 48 hours, the plant corrects itself to vertical. It is called phototropism. The plant grows toward the light automatically. Garden Betty documented this. You do nothing. The plant does all the work. What you end up with is 2 to 3 times the root mass compared to a plant stuck straight in the ground. According to Rural Sprout, that means greater water absorption, better nutrient uptake, improved drought tolerance, and stronger structural support. Your plant just became drought-proof, for free. But the roots are only half the equation. What you feed them matters just as much, and most people get it completely wrong. Americans spend roughly $3.6 billion a year on garden fertilizers. That is billion with a B. And for tomatoes, the #1 home garden crop in the country, most of that money is unnecessary. Let me show you 3 ingredients that are probably sitting in your kitchen right now. Ingredient number 1, wood ash. If you have a fireplace, a fire pit, or a wood stove, you have free potassium. Wood ash contains 5 to 7% potassium oxide. Potassium is the nutrient that tells your tomato, make fruit, not just leaves. 1 small pinch per planting hole. That is it. We will talk about what happens when you use too much in a minute. Ingredient number 2, composted coffee grounds. Not fresh, composted. This is important, and I will explain exactly why in the mistakes section. Composted coffee grounds provide about 2% nitrogen, the nutrient that drives green growth and stem strength. If you have been composting your grounds for 60 to 90 days, they are ready. Mix a small handful into the planting hole. Ingredient number 3, banana peel. This one surprised me. Banana peel is 42% potassium by dry weight, plus calcium, magnesium, and phosphorus. Chop it finely and place it in the hole, but cover it with a thin layer of soil before the roots touch it. Direct contact can cause problems during early decomposition. 3 ingredients, $0. My neighbor Linda switched to this exact stack 3 seasons ago. She grows Roma tomatoes. Before the switch, she averaged 8 to 10 fruits per plant. Solid, but nothing special. After switching to trench planting plus the kitchen stack, her plants consistently produce 22 to 26 fruits each. She measured it. She is that kind of gardener. Last season, she harvested over 40 pounds of tomatoes from just 6 plants. Her husband had to build a second raised bed because they ran out of room for all the sauce she was canning. The neighbor across the street walked over and asked, "What are you feeding those things?" Linda said, "Banana peels and patience." So let us do the math. A typical tomato fertilizer kit costs $40 to $60 per season. The kitchen stack costs $0. Your trash can is a better garden store than the garden store. Now, here is the part most people skip, and it is the part that kills more tomato seedlings than frost. Mistake number 1, using raw coffee grounds. This is the big one. Fresh coffee grounds contain caffeine and tannins, both of which are germination inhibitors. You are not feeding your plant. You are sedating it. I watched a neighbor dump an entire French press of wet grounds around his tomato seedlings. Within a week, the leaves curled yellow and 2 plants died. Oregon State and botanical interests both confirmed this. Fresh grounds also have a near-neutral pH of 6.5 to 6.8, not acidic like most people believe. The fix is simple. Compost your grounds for 60 to 90 days before using them. Time turns a poison into a nutrient. Mistake number 2, planting too shallow. If you only bury the root ball, you are giving your tomato a shallow, weak foundation. It dries out fast, topples in wind, and never develops the deep root system it needs. You essentially have a tomato on stilts. The fix? Bury 60 to 70% of the stem using the trench method we just covered. Every inch of buried stem becomes new roots. Mistake number 3, too much wood ash. A pinch is a gift. A handful is a punishment. Too much ash raises your soil pH above 7.0, which locks out iron and manganese. The result is chlorosis, those yellow leaves gardeners dread. 1 small pinch per planting hole is all you need. If you are unsure, test your soil pH. You can buy a simple test kit for a few dollars. Now, a quick safety note for those of you with pets or small children. All 3 ingredients, wood ash, composted coffee grounds, and banana peel, are non-toxic. My grandkids can play in the garden the moment I finish planting. No waiting period, no warnings. And one more thing. This technique works in every USDA zone. If you are in zones 3 through 5, wait until your soil temperature hits 60 degrees Fahrenheit before planting. In zones 8 through 10, you can plant earlier, but mulch heavily to keep roots cool in summer. So let me put this all together for you. Number 1, plant sideways. Lay your tomato in a trench, bury 60 to 70% of the stem, and let biology do the heavy lifting. 2 to 3 times more roots automatically. Number 2, feed with kitchen scraps. Wood ash for potassium, composted coffee grounds for nitrogen, banana peel for potassium and micronutrients. Total cost, $0. Number 3. Avoid the 3 mistakes. No raw coffee grounds, no shallow planting, no excess wood ash. Total cost, $0. Total result, 2 to 3 times more roots, double the fruit, and a garden your neighbor cannot stop asking about. My grandmother did not have a YouTube channel. She did not have a pH meter. She had a trench, a handful of ash, and 60 years of patience. And her tomatoes fed the entire street. This spring, when your neighbor sees your tomato plants loaded with fruit and asks, "What is your secret?" you will know exactly what to say. If this video helped you, hit subscribe. I share a new gardening secret every week, all science-backed, all practical, all designed for the laziest gardener in the neighborhood. That is a compliment, by the way. Drop a comment below and tell me, are you team upright or team sideways? I genuinely want to know. Happy gardening.